So, hero time. You think you can just get my boss fired and then ride off into the sunset? Let me be clear. You will not know a single nanosecond of peace. Oh, and one more thing. Think fast!
Good evening, Multiverse! And welcome to an exciting episode of MNW Warzone. I'm your host, Warzone General Manager Jerry Aldini. And tonight, we are back from Millennium Dragon. It was a crazy pay-per-view that saw every single belt change hands. That's right. We have entirely new champions tonight. And some are in better positions than others, because some people are like, fair loss. Some people are like, you bastard. And it is going to be a night of follow-ups and ramifications. But let me let you in on what we can look forward to tonight. Now, we've got a lot of great matches, a lot of great setups, but one thing that was standing out right before Millennium Dragon was the interesting development in the streaks of Osman Killick and Tiki the Troll. So tonight, those wrestlers are going to kick off a best of 7 series, and it will be this evening. Now, I want to be clear, it's not the main event. The main event, folks, is something we haven't had in a very long time here on Warzone. You see it all the time over on our sister show Flashbang, but tonight in your main event, it is gonna be a showcase match. That's right, we are going to have a showcase match featuring 6 MNW superstars. And let's just say I think one of them will be a surprise. On top of all of that, we're going to be hearing from new champions. We're going to be hearing from former champions. And I promise you, we're going to find out what the hell happened to Sir Unkley Dunk after his Face Your Fears match with the devil himself. But to start that off, before we get to our first thing, we are going to be hearing from someone who it shouldn't surprise anyone. But before we get to him, let's hear from one of his teammates, the mad genius of Lucha, Ignacio Cervantes.
When we first met, I said that the only way to change Lucha is by showing people how fearsome you are. And now, after 2 years of being in this sub-faction, you've won the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. You've been waiting for so long. All that trickery, all that waiting is now in the past. That burden being lifted must make you feel a lot better, right? Won it with your own power. Anyway, show them just how powerful you really are. See? Los Vayonos Incomparable.
And now let's go to ringside and hear from your multiversal heavyweight champion, El Albatros. What a storied career. And now, for the first time, holding the grandest prize in our business, let's hear what Alba has to say. My friends, tonight is a night of celebration, of finally, as one of the longest running and greatest of MNW's wrestlers, I am your multiversal heavyweight champion. It is a disgrace that I never got to hold this belt previously. Even when I won the first ever C101 tournament, I've never reached the same heights. And now, let me tell you, standing at the top, the view is very good. I almost feel sorry for taking Gable down and stealing the belt from Blue Hood, but justice has been served. And I am never letting that belt go, ever again. Uh-oh. It's the wide bastard himself. Minuano has been stalking Alba. He wanted to challenge him for the Mega Money in the Big Bank briefcase and lost that opportunity. Now that opportunity's gone because Alba cashed it in. I can only imagine what Minuano has to say about this. Albatros. It matters not whether you have a belt, a briefcase, or even just your mask. I, Minuano, am coming for you all the same. Minuano, we've been over this. You are still early in your career. You're still building up. It is far too early for you to challenge for the grandest belt in the company. Start small. Start, I don't know, the TTV belt might be good. Or, how about the Underworld Championship? Mock me all you want, Albatros. But I am going to take you down. That will be Minuano's legacy. You know what? I am feeling, in the celebration of my ascension, I'm feeling magnanimous. So I'll tell you what. I will at the very least finally consider giving you what I think it is you really are looking for. Oh, and tell me, oh, great sage of Luchador, what in your infinite wisdom has Minuano been looking for that you can oh so graciously grant? Oh, Minuano, you want to prove yourself. And you want to prove yourself against the greatest that has ever been. You want to prove yourself against me. And I will consider giving you that shot. A one-on-one match that you have been chasing. I see. You will give me the opportunity to face you. I will savor that opportunity when I break you, Albatros. I will then prove I'm worthy to challenge you for your belt. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we have to figure out when this match will be, when we can get you in, and then, of course, you have to win. Because I know you are all full of confidence, but I am a legend. I have seen legends before. I have seen legends fall. Was Sir Uncle Dunk not a legend? Is the professional not a legend? Was Grizzly Adams not a legend? They are legends, and eventually they lose. Well, like I said, predictable. But the fact that Alba is considering even giving him a match, I mean, that could be a big deal. Even if it's a non-title match, if you're facing the multiversal heavyweight champion, that gets you some good rub. But now we need to turn on to other matters. One of the other big matches. No title was on the line. No issue other than history. Other than, let's be honest, a grudge. The battle between the Stormcrow Jagger Blackthorn and the undisputed future R. Sawyer. And that match ended with Blackthorn securing a victory. And now with that done, let's hear from R. Sawyer.
Many of you would be thinking that, as a villain, as a bad guy, I would be lamenting about my loss at Millennium Dragon pay-per-view. But I'm not. You see, in almost every story there is out there in the multiverse, when a hero fights a big bad, the bad guy will get just enough wins before eventually the hero will rise up and take them down. And so, as the bad guy for Jagger Blackthorn, I know my place as the bad guy. I know my fate was to lose, for Jagger to earn his victory and beat me, fair and square. No shenanigans, no dirty dealing, nothing to sour or taint the result. Jagger wins, I lose. Oh well, Jagger now saunters off, a better wrestler now, and I can go do more things. But, there's a problem. See, normally I would reset my sights back onto the TTV Championship, but Adrian Driscoll has got his dirty mitts on it, and I can't go for the belt if he's got his grubby little dealing hands on it. I've played around with fey fuckery enough to know not to involve myself in deals like that. I know what to expect whenever someone asks for a deal. So I'm not touching the TTV belt with a 10-foot barge pole so long as Driscoll has it. I'll have to find something else for me and Malice Prime to entertain ourselves with in the meantime. And Jerry, I trust you know what might happen if Malice Prime starts to get a little antsy. So please, do find us something good.
Well, Sawyer, I don't know if this necessarily counts as something good, but what I can say is at Millennium Dragon, Hero Time had a great showing in War Games. So why don't you see how you do against them in tag team action right this moment? And folks, by that I mean it's time for your opening match. Let's head to ringside.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is your opening match. Introducing first, it's Hero Time.
There they are, folks, the Multiversal Ant and Power Surge. Now, Multiversal Ant wasn't in War Games. He was in that matchup with Juan Chance and Adrian Driscoll for the TTV belt and tried to protect Juan from Driscoll and ended up getting on the wrong end and getting pinned, giving the belt to Driscoll. But he is here now, backing up his partner and about to face, well, two of the toughest competitors this sport has ever seen.
And introducing their opponents, the main event match.
There they are, the main event Max.exe. They're often known as Meme, Malice Prime, and R. Sawyer. It is going to be a match. Sawyer said, give us something interesting. I can't think of what's more interesting right now than Hero Time. And of course, this brings up the fact that we have new tag champions in the form of the Night's Watch, and they're going to need competitors here sooner rather than later. This is going to be an interesting one, folks. Hero Time's on a roll, but this is Meme. And here we go. Yeah, this one's going to be rough. Oh, down goes Power Surge. Oh, and now he is in the wrong part of town. And yeah, that's pretty pure Malice Prime right there. So the big question now is what is next for Meme? I mean, what are they going to look for their next opportunity? I worry when I hear things from people like R. Sawyer where they say, don't let us get bored. I have seen what happens when certain wrestlers get bored. It is not a pretty sight. As Sawyer faces against the multiversal Ant. And the Ant is, get a little elevation and bringing the mech down. Working the arm. How I still to this day wonder why a mech would program themselves to feel pain. But it is actually a requirement that they be able to feel pain to be cleared to wrestle in MNW. Otherwise, it's considered an unfair advantage. The more you know. Meanwhile, the Ant now facing the Transformer. Unmitigated malice. Snake Eyes. The Ant, of course, one of our new... He got signed the same night as our other new wrestler, Draco Rex, who, of course, is a member of TPK, who, of course, beat the Dark Lords at Millennium Dragon. It was a hell of a show, folks, and you can still catch it on the MNW YouTube channel. And Power Surge with that Hurricane Run. Going for Tope Suicida. There's a reason those are called high-risk moves. Because things like that can happen. And Power Surge DDT! And he's back in, and Sawyer's back in. Getting punched by Malice. Giving the opening to R. Sawyer. Not necessarily the best idea right there, Power Surge, but on the other hand, he's back up and bringing it to the undisputed future. And, reversal to a reverse DDT. And now, tagging in Malice Prime. Stretching out Power Surge. Can Power Surge get out of it? And the answer is yes. Oh, nobody home. Good move, Power Surge. And reverse moonsault on the mat. Power Surge now tagging in his partner. Oh! The brutality that Malice is known for, but the Ant tough. The Ant can take it. And in comes Power Surge. No stranger to opponents the likes of Malice. And going for the pin, broken up by Sawyer. Oh, over the knee. And Sawyer's coming back. And that is Power Surge definitively busted open. Broken up by the Ant. Sawyer throwing the Ant away, but Power Surge also going outside to get a breather. And look like that plan is actually paying off pretty well. Oh! Cutter! Power Surge looking to press his advantage with a Hurricane Rana takedown. And again. And going up top. Hitting him with the lightning strike. And now a power line on Malice. Power Surge is now pulling out his big moves on Meme. And that DDT on Malice. And Power Surge, I think, smartly deciding to tag in the multiversal Ant. Going for Malice, but the Ant realized that he was now going after the not legal man, opening him up to this sleeper by Malice. Power Surge attempts to break it up. Ant gets out. Knee to the face. Oh, boot to the head. And Power Surge now in, going after the undisputed future. Oh, what a drop kick. And now being hoisted up by Malice and Snake Eyes, but a punch by the Ant. And again. Well, he got one earlier from Malice like that, so fair is fair, and Malice is now in the wrong part of town, but fighting his way out. If Meme thought Power Surge was going to be an easy target, he is showing them the error in that assumption. And right now, the Ant out with both members of Meme near the Spanish announce table. Cleaning house. Again, stretching Malice out. Throwing Sawyer away. But Ant, you got to get back in the ring. Somebody's 8 count. Oh, taunt to body, yeah. That's a hard lesson, Ant. Everyone's got to learn it. And now the blue screen. Oh, Power Surge tried to break it up, but was too late.
And your winners, the main event match.
Well, Sawyer asked for something interesting. I hope that counts. Great showing by Hero Time, as always. But it can be a hell of a thing. And folks, as we are getting ready for our next match, we have a lot of people we are going to be hearing from this evening. And it is, well, it's been a crazy time. That's what I will say. It has been a crazy time. So with that, we're now going to hear from a member of the roster. I'm sure a lot's going through their head, but let's hear from Sergeant Major Payne.
Allow me to tell you the story of a young, bright-eyed rookie who got the call-up for his first ever match April 24th, 2021. He laced his boots up for the first time, donned his signature mask, and made his way to the ring for what would be his first ever match in MNW, against none other than Sir Uncle Dunk. The bright-eyed rookie lost in record time, and then was humiliated after the match when Uncle shoved money in his face. That rookie vowed to never let that happen again. The rookie changed his name, changed his outfit, but kept his signature mask. The years went by, the rookie made friends, lost friends, joined a faction or two, and 1 gold. All through hard work and determination. But that chip of that first loss remained on his shoulder. Uncle, you may have faced your fears, but there are still spirits of vengeance that want their pound of flesh. Just keep that in mind.
Again, a lot of hard feelings. And what did happen to Sir Uncle Dunk? That's a question. Fortunately, I have it on good authority. We're going to get an update later in the show. But right now, we're going to hear, we heard from our new multiversal heavyweight champion, El Albatros, at the top of the show. Now is time to hear from the man he took the belt off of. TJ the Mint Gable. Look, I don't want to be one of those guys that comes out whining after losing a title. Because titles are won, titles are lost. That's how it happens. But I cannot help but being pissed off. And I think I have a right to be pissed off in this case. Because I didn't lose my title in a straight-up fight. Not even close. If Nice Ice had pinned me, fine, that'd have been fair and square. But no. I lost my belt on a double cash in at that. So, Alba, you got a target on your back. Now, I know you know that as the champion, you got a target on your back. But believe me, I'm going to be gunning for that belt back. But I do not go flailing about. I don't just charge in bullheaded and think I can brute force anything. I have learned better than that. I had a damn good teacher in Gorm, and he taught me a lot. And one of the things he taught me is there's a lot of ways to learn, and there's a lot of people to learn from. And Gorm, he said he had taught me everything he knew to teach. So what that tells me is something very simple. Me and the units need more training because we lost all our belts. And that tells me I gotta look for a new teacher, someone to train me. And Alba, I think one thing I've learned, going after somebody as tough as Gorm and learning from him, that taught me a lot, because he is a mountain of a man, or Goliath as the case may be. But I need a different teacher, maybe somebody else even bigger. Anyone know if a certain cryptid is taking students? Wait, what's he saying? Wait, is he saying what I think he's saying? Look, first off, I think there is nothing better, nothing smarter than getting more training. I think you, in this profession, if you stop training, that's when you really pretty much might as well throw in the towel. But if I heard what I think I heard, I don't know if a certain cryptid and prominent businessman is taking students, but he is always somebody looking for opportunities. So maybe. But that's That's a question for another time. Right now, at the top of the show, I promised everyone a match. And, well, before we get to that, I am seeing that there is a social media post out there from R. Sawyer. And, oh, interesting. It's reading, wait, Mama Wade's peach cobbler mixed with Squatch roast coffee. That's a deadly combination right there. Sawyer, there's already a business agreement. They sell Mama Wade peach cobbler cakes at all Squatch roast stands. He already is doing distribution rights on Mama Wade's baked goods. So that's a pre-existing relationship. In fact, I had one of those with my breakfast this morning. Got my Squatch roast cold brew right here. Anyway, I promised you all a match at the top of the show. This is the first match in a best of 7 series. Now, I know some of you may think, how big a deal that is? The last time we had a series like that, the end result was the formation of OTP. Oh, social media is really popping off on that, because now we're hearing from Forrest T. Wade saying Squatch roast coffee cakes are already a bestseller. They are. And, well, y'all, in fact, we do have them for sale at concessions right now. Meantime, we've got a best of 7 series to kick off. No time like the present. Let's head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Osmond Keeley.
Your wish has been granted. We are getting a best of 7 series. Osman Killick was on a 5-win streak against Tiki's 3-win when Tiki beat him. And rather than being a poor sport about it, he suggested, why don't we make it interesting? And have a best of 7 series. And Tiki's basic reaction was, sounds like a good time. And now here we are, the Jin versus the Troll. This one could get interesting. Obviously not the first time they have faced each other, but now it's getting interesting. And what's their prize? They're leaving that up to me. They have told me whatever I think is appropriate at the end of this, and that's great because it gives me some time to think about it.
And introducing their opponent, Tiki the Troll.
All I know right now is this could get very interesting. As the member of Soul Train, Tiki the Troll, coming out, and this is, at least at the moment, I would say this is the 100% the spirit of a friendly matchup. these two took some random confluence of events and transformed it into an opportunity. And gut wrench. And as we said, folks, whoever wins, it's a best of 7. That means basically whoever wins 4 matches is declared the winner. But that can be a long road when Krokvor and Registered Anon, who we will be seeing tonight, had their best of 7. They went the full 7. And then, a week after it was done, came out as One True Pain. Now, of course, Tiki's already got a tag team. But, oh, the Calf Crusher. Tiki won his first match of the 64-man tournament with a Calf Crusher against Johan Mjoln and ended up becoming his tag partner. Wrestlers will bond over the weirdest things. It's all I'm saying. I mean, someday I might tell you guys how I ended up becoming tag partners with Apollo Storm. But that's a story for another day. Oh, down goes Osman. And here comes Tiki. Oh, with those flips. And his, honestly, very powerful back. And now the PK. And right now, they be brawling outside. As this battle rages. And down goes Killick. This one, well, it was always gonna be a battle. Even a friendly fight can get kind of rough. Oh, Killick getting up, coming out. Oh, hoisted a troll. Slamming him down. And now, oh, looks like he is gonna get him in the camel clutch. He's gonna try and make him humble.
And your winner, Osman Gillick.
And there's one down. Osman lost a match against Tiki, and that's when he proposed this best of 7 series. And he has the first victory, but it is not over yet. He needs 4 more of those to win the series, and I don't see the troll going down easy. But that is always a good time. As we are kicking our night off, as we are getting into all of the action. Now, one of the more contentious things that happened at Millennium Dragon was, of course, the TTV Championship situation, which honestly gets very complicated. Because, first off, you have how Adrian Driscoll got in that match. The contender was supposed to be Westwind. But Driscoll, who had been, I don't know if you would call it a mentoring situation, Driscoll convinced Westwind to give up his opportunity to let Driscoll take it. And as a result, the multiversal ant approached One Chance, saying, let me in the match with you. It'll double our odds of Driscoll not getting the belt. Unfortunately, after trying to protect Juan against Driscoll, Driscoll took advantage and pinned the ant, taking the belt. And now, folks, we have a message. Oh, before I get to this message from your new TTV champion, I have to mention, we do have this social media post from the Goliath Gorm saying, that's the spirit, TJ. Strive, train, never stop improving in any way you can. Always keep moving, because to stop is to die. That is how your name will go down in history. You see? Gorm, always the teacher. And of course, now with his new faction, TPK, featuring the Dagger Daggeric and Draco Rex. And they did come out swinging. So far, as a team, they are undefeated. It's only 2 matches so far, but still undefeated. But as I was saying before that came in, I guess I'm just trying to put this off. We got this message from Adrian Driscoll. Fellas, go ahead and play the message from Driscoll.
Poor One Chance, bringing another soul into our title match without realizing that would be his own downfall. Had it been a one-on-one fight, perhaps he would have been one step closer to the grandest title in MNW. Unfortunately, he gave into his fear and sealed his fate. And now, I have all the time in the world to rack up wins and challenge for said multiversal heavyweight championship. But I want to make something very clear. As your champion, I will defend this belt against all comers, provided they make a deal for it. Give me something worthwhile, and you may receive your shot at this tainted gold. And this offer is also stretched out to your former TTV champion, who I'm sure wants nothing more than get back his lost gold. Isn't that right, Juan? Well, the devil's in the details, as they say, and the only currency I accept are deals. I expect to be seeing some of you very, very soon.
And I can't say I'm surprised. In fact, I would even argue that was something I was a little worried about. But yeah, you heard it here, folks, to the whole locker room. Anyone who wants a shot for the TTV belt just has to offer up a deal. And we're already getting some responses. One, of course, from Khan. And what is it that the Nightmare Project has to say? It is, I was the first one to hold the title. It was always tainted. Khan is nothing if not incredibly self-aware. And then we have R. Sawyer, who is reiterating a point from earlier. Like I said, not touching that belt with a 10-foot barge pole as long as Driscoll has the TTV belt. But I am sure there are those who the lure of gold will be too much. But now I want to hear from someone different. It is time to hear from not the winner of that match, but the loser. I'm, of course, speaking of Juan Chance. Disgusting. But Juan is not surprised. That is Driscoll's way. It's how he got into the match. It's how he's done everything. I should expect no less, but I should not wallow in anger. I want to express my gratitude to the Multiversal Ant and his kindness and heroics in saving me. I would have preferred to take my loss like a warrior, but I cannot deny a show of valor and must honor it. And I hope to match that valor. So I will say this now, where all can hear. Whatever deal Driscoll wants for that title match, I, Juan Chance, will follow through on, because Juan is not a coward. Juan is not a failure. Juan will face with courage and dignity, and Juan will get that title back no matter what. So you want a deal, Adrian Driscoll? Well, I guess we are... I would say this is the negotiation phase, yes? I'm sure there's something you want from Juan for this title shot. After all, it is your raison d'etre. So Juan awaits your word. Juan, I don't know that this is a good plan. Juan, in fact, Juan, as your general manager, I want to, in the strongest terms, advise you to not do this. This one is a bad plan. And I'm sure that's not going to mean anything. All right, fine. Well, I tried. Where was I? Oh, right. We've had a lot of strange things going on here of late. And we heard earlier tonight from the unknown soldier, Sergeant Major Payne. Now, he had strong words for Sir Uncle Duck. And a lot of those words were about how he hasn't forgotten how Uncle humiliated him. And while he's oh so happy, or maybe not, that Uncle is trying to turn over a new leaf, that he has not forgotten But let's be honest. Unkley is not the only person who has treated Juan poorly. And, well, I'm of course speaking about the ongoing rivalry? Is it rivalry? Is it unwanted mentorship from Wonderball? And after recent events, Payne is, I guess we're doing it again. Folks, it's time for Sergeant Major Payne versus Wonderball. I guess it's a series now. And I guess before Payne can deal with Unkley, I guess he's got to try and put things to bed. You know what? I'm sure this is healthy. Let's head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Sergeant Major Payne.
He is the unknown soldier. And he is coming to deal with Wonderball one more time. We'll see how it goes. So the issue is Wonderball is trying to convince Sergeant Major Payne that he fights too clean and that he should be cheating more. That is the entirety of what this is about. Which to me says Wonderball learned all the wrong lessons after dealing with Aiden Zero.
And introducing their opponent, it's Wonderball.
Anyway, here's Wonderball. I'm sure this is a great idea for Wonderball too. Honestly, I can't figure out what he's thinking anymore. But for right now, he is coming to the ring for yet another matchup with Sergeant Major Payne. I suppose we'll see if he's going to be proving his point again. And Payne coming out striking hard. They may not get along anymore, but Payne was trained by Nice Eyes. Oh! Wonderball trying to get a strike in his own, but I think Payne, you're seeing the frustration. I think you're seeing how much Payne has been annoyed by Wonderball and just wants to shut him up. And there's no better way to shut a man up than just slapping the taste out of his mouth. Oh, and with that clothesline, Payne rolls out of the ring. And into the corner goes Wonderball. was going to say whipping Pain in the corner. Instead, nope. Gets a face full of pain. And now chucking the soldier and going for the pin. One. Slamming Pain down. Oh, hitting him. Pain is up again and into the corner. Oh, fighting his way out. And once again, it's the question, can he get the win? Can he make his point? Right now, can he just bring Wonderball down? And now just a series of chops. And now proving he is the one-man choking hazard with a ban this. That has to release the hold. Going for another pin and another 2 count. Oh, elbow drop from the top. Bringing his own elbow to Wonderball's sternum. And again, that drop toe hold into a calf crusher. But Pain is still holding on. And, oh, bringing him down. And again. And power slam. Another drop toe hold into that calf crusher again. Wonderball working that leg of Pain's. Oh! Oh, and a cutter! I feel he is setting him, well, right now he's setting him up for the mortar shot. And the mortar shot connected. Now, oh, here it comes. It's Blitzkrieg. And a kick out at 2. And what Pain is, oh, he's setting up for another Blitzkrieg, but Wonderball fighting out. Now just whipping up. And a DDT by Wonderball as a counter. Bringing Payne down to the mat. Trying to set him up. Yeah, he's trying to get him in position for another ban this.
And your winner, Wonderball.
Well, I'm sure this is not how Payne was wanting to see it go. But, yeah, victory for Wonderball. Doing it his way. I still don't think this one is over. I feel these... I don't know how long this dance between these two is going to go on. But... here's the thing I'm trying to figure out, though. For Wonderball, who's making his big point that Payne should fight dirtier, it seemed to me like that was a really clean match. So I honestly don't know what the point was. Not even a little bit. Anyway, so I've been talking all night about the great debut of our latest trios team, our latest faction on Warzone, TPK, Total Party Kill. Featuring the Goliath Gorm, the Dwarf Dagric, and the Dragon Warrior Draco Rex. Who, from my understanding, are a barbarian, a battle master, and a monk. At least I think that's right. Well, maybe we'll get more. They are not on the card tonight, but we are going to hear from one of them. Folks, here is Draco Rex.
Okay, thank you. We will get in touch with the booking for the year. Yes, thank you. Oh man, things are finally starting to kick off. No thanks to you. Rude, but I'm gonna let it slide. So, finally got your win after trying and forming a triples team. Very good. Yes, and for once, I am done testing the waters of Warzone. Now with Millennium Dragon over, it's time I get started on my dominance here. And you better not fumble this for us. Whatever you say. Oh, speaking of, because you didn't do Christmas, I figured I'd get you a gift for it. Really? Well, normally my kind accepts tribute, but... Wait, what is this? A card? Yeah, from a game I played when I was a kid. Figured to symbolize your first steps here. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction. Virtually invincible, very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. How flattering. Even in this time and world, my kind still get the respect even when we're gone. Happy New Year, pal. Sure. Just don't let me down.
I'm still not 100% sure what's going on. I guess he's got a... Is that a manager? An agent? I know it's a spokesman. Well, we'll find out, and sure we'll find out here in future weeks as TPK continues their quest. I suppose sounds appropriate. Well, with that, look, it's time for our next match, and this is there's no story. It's just a good old-fashioned record setter, because we need those. Although it's gonna, let's just say it's a matchup that I don't think we've ever particularly seen before in singles competition, which intrigues me. Which is usual long-winded way of saying, let's head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Jack Abbott.
The Scorpion, Jack Abbott of Shoot Nation. Now, please don't misconstrue this. Shoot Nation is still laser focused on getting the tag belts, which they now have a new target in the form of the Night's Watch, who won the belts at Millennium Dragon. And Abbott is here to put another win in the win column, proving Shoot Nation has what it takes, but he does have a bit of a challenge tonight.
And introducing their opponent, Raphael Samson.
He is the warlord of the Multiverse. Still working to get himself some singles recognition. And the easiest way to do that is to rack up those wins. And thus, here he comes. In the old days, it would be all laud he coming, but those days, well, they're over. Now, I guess the real question is, how will he do against the Scorpion? And folks, don't take the size difference as anything. Abbott is a skilled MMA fighter trained with Tommy Black in England and is always up for a fight. And here we go. And as always, there's our first question. Who's getting first blood right now? Looks like the Scorpion is in the driver's seat. But Samson showing that can change at a moment's notice. And looks like Abbott getting himself back into the ring, and oh, slammed. Working that arm. Again, look out for the MMA stylings of the Scorpion. And, oh, work that leg, Raphael, I guess. Oh, you know what? Normally I'd be like, eye rake, not fair. But, I mean, when you're dealing with somebody like Samson, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And going for the pin. And it's a 2 count. What is Abbott planning? Planning on getting him in the Scorpion's tail.
And your winner, Jack Abbott.
Like I said at the top of the match, don't let that size difference fool you. The MMA skills and stylings of Jack Abbott pull out a victory. And I'm sure somewhere in the back, and possibly about to be texted to my phone, is Devin saying, there's your proof, give us another title shot. As I've said many times, I will, at the very least, I'll give Devin credit. He is a go-getter. He's got his eye on the prize and is looking for every, and I mean every, opportunity to make it count. Well, for our next, we've got somebody who has something to say. We have heard tonight from your new multiversal heavyweight champion, leader of Los Villanos Ingobernable, El Albatros. We have heard from the man he took the belt off of, TJ the Mint Gable. But interestingly, someone we haven't heard from is the person who was Gable's actual opponent during that match before the double cash-in of the Mega Money in the Big Bank briefcase and the Blue Hood's wish. And that, of course, is the leader of the International Combat Club, Nice Ice. I know all expect Nice Ice to be angry about the loss at Millennium Dragon. But I can be calm in the face of adversity. This is what it is to be the superior warrior. To stay calm, to be like ice. But do not mistake my intent. I am demanding a rematch, as I wasn't even pinned by the man who was pinned in the match. I was not properly beaten in combat, and I want a match. Do you hear me, El Albatros? I am owed, and I will take it. Anyway, I will face you one-on-one. Oh, make it a fatal four-way, all four of us in the ring, in a proper match, not a surprise attack. And Nice Ice will show you why he is the superior combatant. Well, that is not who he was calling out. Not even a little bit. That is Grizzly Adams, who is the person that Nice Ice defeated to get the number one contender shot. After Grizzly had stepped forward, it's, I'm sure Nice Ice thought whatever was going on between them was settled. You want to talk about robbery, Nice Ice? You robbed me of my chance to go after that title. Who knows, I might have actually been able to survive and win even facing Albatross and Blue Hood. No, do not make Nice Ice laugh. is amusing, Grizzly Atoms. No, Nice Ice was the rightful contender. Nice Ice was robbed of his opportunity, and so Nice Ice wants another shot. Well, I guess we both feel we've been robbed. But, here's what's gonna happen now. I owe you a beatdown. You owe me a pound of flesh. And I and my friends are going to make sure that we are your problem. Oh, are we finally getting the reunion of the murder cave? Is Grim back? Is the Allfather woken up from his little nap? You think I am worried about you and your chaotic group of supervillains? Now, did I say murder cave? No. But you're right about the chaos. Oh, there'll be chaos. There'll be chaos courtesy of one true pain. Those are my friends. And those are who are going to get in the way of you and your little club. Ha! You think you can scare me with a crocodile cryptid and a Florida man? You are ridiculous, Grizzly Man. I will take you down, and Grizzly, you had better stand aside, or I will put you in a hibernation you will not wake up from. Nice Ice, I think you forget, if there is one person that knows the ways of war, it's me. And with Nice Ice and the ICC, there is no better team at your back than OTP. You are bringing somebody from a swamp, and honestly, somebody from another swamp. You're bringing a swamp to face the glory of the International Combat Club. Well, fine. Bring your swamp, and I, Nice Ice, will be so very happy to drain it of all its vitality, of all of its minuscule worth. Okay, I think Nice Ice is being a little dismissive. Grizzly Adams plus OTP. I guess they got along better after that recruitment drive than I thought. That is crazy, and I don't know what to think. Well, I do know one thing to think, and that is that Multiverse Nexus Wrestling brings you week in and week out the best in professional wrestling. But of course, as I let you know all the time, we are also a business. And that means from time to time, we have to pay the bills. And so we are going to take a small commercial break. And when we come back, well, let's say there are some unanswered questions coming out of Millennium Dragon. And when we come back, I think we'll be getting you some of those answers. See you all after the break.
Feel the warm, milky, healing, Jesus-powered goodness that is Lactatanks. Step inside or be thrown in forcibly by registered Anon after you've gotten the shit beaten out of you by multiple people in one wrestling match. We swear nobody has ever died in a Lactatank. What is the Lacta made of in the Lactatank? We have no fucking clue, but we enjoy it anyways, and you will too. Lactatanks, come feel our warm, creamy, healing Jesus goodness.
Multiverse, Nexus Wrestling's Warzone, Flashbang, and Firing Line are all proudly sponsored by Enraptured Beauty. Our products, rather than using unnatural and harmful chemicals, revitalize your skin by boosting the natural elements already present and enhance your natural beauty so you too can love your best self.
It's morning in Multiverse, and rest of day looms looking to break the weary like monster breaking human twig in a wrestling ring. But there is remedy. Squash roast coffee, made from finest naturally grown beans for best wake-up energy. That because every bean have 10 beans within, that'll be 10 times more big energy than competing brand. More than enough big squash energy to power through day. Squash roast coffee, it's big cup of good stuff. Now available in decaf, or when there is need to come down from blood rage.
When you want the most detailed and violent-looking pictures of battlegrounds, look for Perfect Snap Photography. We do bar fights, wars, underground wrestling, and weddings.
My wedding dress, you fat harlot!
Remember, Perfect Snap Photography. It'll be bloody perfect in a snap.
You too can now wage war against the flabby wrestlers of MNW with your own exclusive Zacko action figure. It comes with trios tag belt accessories and nut-kicking action. Pull the cord to hear Zacko's famous quotes.
Get that microphone away from me before I shot up your...
The Zacko Duo action figure, sold separately.
Whether you're working at home or giving your opponent work, we here at Lowe's are there for you. We're here with our sturdy tables and ladders that cease to exist if broken in half. We're here with rings that can stand up to even the most grueling of hoss fights. And when a locker room door is inevitably smashed by an angry lion woman, or a fiery undead leaves burn marks all over your paint, Lowe's will be there with a little elbow grease, a substandard 2x4, and a 6-figure bill. Don't believe me? Listen to these satisfied customers.
You know, I like Lowe's because they have tables that I can put pizza on because everyone else keeps breaking the goddamn tables.
This is Raphael Sampson here to remind you that Lowe's brand lumber is subpar at best. You deserve better. And trust me, I would know. I worship a carpenter.
Sometimes when executing wrestling justice, I've had to break down a few barriers and a few walls.
Oh, fucking damn it, Max, my wall!
Thank goodness I shop at Lowe's so I can get the best deal on replacing and fixing all the walls I break.
Lowe's. Do it subpar for more.
Why?
And now, a message from the brass. This has been a message from the brass.
Have you or a beloved faction member suffered from a preventable workplace injury, jobber discrimination, threatening lawsuits from VIP, or harassment from Trashman Jones? You may be entitled to financial compensation and physical retribution. If so, please call Gorwheel & Associates Law Firm to schedule an appointment. We handle all cases, whether they be civil litigation, criminal litigation, or a backstage beatdown. We understand it's tough out here in the Nexus, and you need someone to both watch your back and break the other guys. So call 1-800-NEXUS-DEFENSE. And remember, you don't pay a fee unless we get blood and money for you.
And we're back. All right, folks. There was one of the matches that happened at Millennium Dragon. I think outside of the title matches, perhaps the one that had the most attention on it. You'd think it'd be the War Games match. But no, it was the Face Your Fears match. Sir Unkley Dunk against actual wrestling Satan, Lucius Constantine. And at the end, Unkley accepted his fate and got the pin. But we haven't heard a hide nor hair since. Until now. Let's head down to the ringside and hear from Sir Unkley Dunk. Citizens of the multiverse, I, Sir Unkley Dunk, have to say, I feel rejuvenated. I feel good. In that match with Lucius Constantine, I felt the literal wrath of God and Satan bear down on me. And I did, in fact, feel the fires of hell. And I emerged on the other side. Renewed, a new man. And I am given an opportunity, and I will not squander it. It's a little late for New Year's resolution, but I am making one to you all right now. I promise to work honest jobs, work harder to earn the respect of the working man. I might even finally get out of these old and dingy clothes and into actual wrestling gear. Now, I know I heard Sergeant Major Payne. I know not everyone's going to forgive me, and I understand that. Well, that's interesting. When Sir Unkley Dunk lost his fortune, it went to this man, leader of VIP, the VI Pharaoh himself, Azir Taran. This is going to be interesting. The richest man in the multiverse facing the former richest man in the multiverse. I have always felt you were closest to an equal I had here, Uncle. You were not born low, but now I hear foolishness coming from your lips. Redemption is a lie. Frankly, once you've held gold, whether financial or a title belt, it corrupts you forever. There was a time, Azir Taran, that I would have agreed with you. I would have said absolutely, it's a sham, but now I have seen the other side. And I'm not asking for a lot, I just I want a chance to prove myself. Ha! You spouting these foolish words. Uncle Dunk, you are corrupted now and forever, and no lip service to good deeds will wash that evil away. I once stood where you did, Ozir. Feeling that you're above everyone, feeling that what you say is law just because you can push people around and make it so. But I have seen something different. I have, in fact, been humbled. Ugh! I'm disgusted by what you say. Yes, you are humbled, and I am part of that humbling. But, Uncle Dunk, to think that you could ever be a good man is the foolishness. You are a villain. And I say balderdash to that. I was given a chance to rewrite my story. I was given a chance to face the flames of hell and seek redemption, and I have been given the opportunity to do so, and I will not squander it. And you're just another of my tests. Oh, what foolishness do you speak? Ozir Taran is the pinnacle. I am the VI Pharaoh. I stand above all in the multiverse, and they can bask in my glory. And I have faced the devil himself, and clearly now I must face the serpent in the garden. And that is you, tempting me to fall back on old habits and old ways. Well, I will not do it, sir. Wait, honeyed words come easy now. But trust me, Sir Uncle Dunk, when you are at your lowest point, when you see others getting opportunities and riches, you will break, and you will come begging for the old ways. I think things were going great. All right, you know what? I have to go talk with the brass. I mean, Sir Uncle Dunk didn't just face the devil. Sir McCheese, his former partner, was the ref, called it down the middle. Uncle accepted his fate. I'm gonna have a talk with brass. One of the stipulations for allowing Uncle to stay around was he was wrestling, but not under his contract, but not getting paid. I'm gonna go have a talk with the brass to see if we can at least reinstate him getting a paycheck for his wrestling matches. Otherwise, I mean, you know. Well, but of course, Ozir Taran wants to hear nothing of redemption. That tracks. And I think those two used to team up at times. I think this is going to be very interesting to see where this lands. But for now, we have other things to deal with. We have other matches to get to. And we have a match that I promised you a little earlier. I teased it. And really, in light of... There may have been a little... Hang on a second. I'm getting... What? Okay. Phyllis, what? Phyllis, what? What's happening? Right now. Backstage, you got the cameras in place? All right, let's... Really, this is what's happening. You know, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Let's go ahead and get this cameras backstage. Folks, we're going backstage because Nakano Kirishima of the Outlaws is attacking the multiversal ant. Now, we saw the ant earlier tonight in a matchup versus Meme, and now Meme came out victorious, but, you know, the ant did a great showing during that match. And now he apparently is getting the hell beaten out of him by Nakano Kirishima. Now, of course, Kirishima, member of the Outlaws, a little sore that his mentor, one Theron Markov, was fired as a result of War Games, and I guess is looking for a little payback, which is honestly the most outlaw thing there is. And but the ant is not giving up without a fight. Oh, and suplex on the ant on that hard concrete. And the ant hurling Nakano. Oh, again, that's just bare concrete. That hurts. Oh, the ant driving the knee. Oh, taking the leg out. Solid move. And, oh, he's got a shovel. And I think the Crimson Delinquent has been busted open. We heard from Nakano at the top of the show, leaving a message that did culminate with telling Hero Time to think fast. And, well, now here we are. But I think if this shows nothing else, it shows that despite the loss at Millennium Dragon, the Outlaws are not done with Hero Time. And hurling the ant across the ring. And where's he taking him? I don't like this. I guess it could have been worse, but still. Raining Bulls, this is not an official match. There is nothing sanctioned going on here, folks. This is just, well, brutality and, frankly, someone being a bit of a sore loser. In other words, typical Outlaws. And bringing the ant over again to those crates. And throwing him. Just sort of walking the ant around. Oh, and the ant decided he's done with it. And just raining blows on Nakano, taking him down. Oh, over the knee. And the Ant tossing Nakano. These two just going back and forth. And all slamming him on the concrete. Knee to the face. Oh, that kick combo taking the Crimson Delinquent down. And, oh, getting him into a sleeper hold. The Ant bringing the punishment to Nakano. After all, it was the Crimson Delinquent that attacked him. Hoisting him up. Oh, was planning something, but the Delinquent fights back. What is Nakano gonna do now? Whatever he's planning, he waited too long. You can't just hoist an Ant around and expect nothing to happen. Oh, he's getting into some dangerous territory here. Oh, right in the breadbasket. Ant is holding his leg. Looks like he might be hurt. And into the elevator. And Nakano a little too slow to get in. The Ant is upstairs. Nakano's downstairs. Oh, DDT on the concrete. Oh, that's it. Ant worked the I know I shouldn't take sides, but I mean, Nakano did attack him. And after the Ant already had a grueling match tonight. And now it's Nakano's turn to go into the elevator. Nakano, oh, knee to the gut. And, oh, try to drop a knee on him again, but the Ant dodged. These two are just throwing each other all over the backstage area. You ask me, it's all a little crazy, but oh no, what is... suplex on the concrete. Bringing him over the... Are we doing this elevator again? I guess we are. Don't think Nakano has figured out yet that he has to move faster. Oh, the ant was coming at him, but Nakano was ready for him. Oh! Is that gonna be it? Just raining the blows down, and oh! I think the ant has been knocked out. And with that brutality, hopefully we can get some medical help back there for the multiversal ant. And while we do that, let's turn our attention to other matters. Not the one of them that is still somewhat controversial from Millennium Dragon is the Nexus Titan Championship match, where Johan Mjoln convinced Tommy Black to accept a rematch in what was dubbed a hammer match, where Johan's hammer was hung above the ring, and the winner was whoever could get the hammer and hit their opponent with it. Tommy got the hammer, went to throw it, and Johan summoned it from Tommy's hands, and then threw it at Tommy to win the match. Now, we are going to go and hear from your new Nexus Titan champion, Johan Mjoln.
Warzone. What's good? New year, new title. Of course, I have to give my old friend Tommy Black his flowers, taking my lessons very well to carry on the Nexus Titan Championship into glory. Reducing his mortality by saying the simplest of phrases was very funny. Though his newfound hubris leading Tommy to his downfall is just very human of him. You hear it time and time again. The stories of man trying to challenge the machinations of gods are plenty. Warzone, how do most of those stories end? They end by man being buried by the consequences of their actions. Now, I could sit here and wax poetically about what this championship means to me, enticing the audience with my poise and diction. Fleeting is how I stole the heart of an enrapturing yet fierce warrior named Taihiri, after all. But none of you have earned that privilege. Frankly, the less I have to speak to you lot, the better. I'll just go on and continue the great work my dear friend Tommy Black started, showing him what a real champion can do with this title. So, come one, come all.
I've already proven what I can do to you all. Don't force me to wait for a challenger this time. You want your way to the top, you must go through me to reach that summit. Answer my call or be torn asunder. Heed this warning from the Son of Thunder.
Well, there, folks, we're dealing with yet another open challenger. But that's not the only opinion about the outcome of that match. For the other side, let's head down to ringside and hear from the Mad Lad of London, Tommy Black. Ah, stupid fucking cunt! Fucking idiot! How could I be so stupid as to let myself walk right into that trap? I got cocky, got stupid, and I lost. The whole match was just dumb. Now, of course, I'm not the only one I'm angry at. No. There is a special place in my eye for a certain Son of Thunder, Johan Mjolnir. That is got to be the single most disgusting and cowardly thing you ever did. I want to be clear, Johan. I don't really, at this point, care about the belt. That's secondary. The Mad Lad of London wants to take down a wannabe god. Somebody who had to pull a trick. Do a little underhanded dirty dealing to get the belt. You know, when Dagrick did that to Mega Rider, he at least had the good taste to feel bad about doing a piece of shit and really worked hard to get himself back in shape. You, on the other hand, are proud of being a piece of shit. And that means if you're going to be a piece of shit, I'm going to do what you do with pieces of shit and flush you down the drain. I'm going to take you, I'm going to make you regret every decision you ever made in your life, and make you regret ever hearing the name Tommy Black. All right then. Because that's what you want, is Ginger Boy good and pissed at you. Well, that is, that's great. So, now that that's all done, we do have to get to our next match. And as I was going to say before I was interrupted by what happened backstage, we've amended our next match a little bit to accommodate something we saw earlier this evening, and that is the confrontation between Grizzly Adams and Nice Ice. So this next match is a tag team match and features Grizzly and Nice Ice's partners. It's going to be a crazy time, and I can't wait. And let's head to ringside.
The following match is a tag teams match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Team OTP.
It's Croc4 and Registered Anon. OTP, one True Pain, formed after a best of 7 series and now teaming up with Grizzly Adams. There's a team up I never thought I'd see, but this was all apparently an idea that Anon and Croc had. And they're hinting they're not done. But for now, the Cajun Cryptid and Florida Man are getting ready to take on the ICC.
And introducing their opponents, the International Combat Club.
Lockin and Glycerius. The ICC and we of course heard Nice Ice. He wants a rematch for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship, but he's going to have to go through Grizzly Adams and OTP to get that. As we wind up now, I am going to remind you, this was a last-minute match put together. But it maybe will give us some idea of what we can look forward to coming in the future as these two teams clash. And we are starting out with Lockin and Registered Anon. And never underestimate Registered Anon. He's a lot stronger than he looks. I can only imagine why. Lockin trying to gain advantage and constantly getting slammed down. Lockin going for the pain. Trying to get Croc4 to tap. And here we go. Lockin. Oh, stretching out Croc's arm. Now with that pin. Oh, not even a 1 count. It did take a minute to get him into place. Oh, and Krokvar floats over and takes him out. Whip to the corner. Oh, Croc is in the wrong part of town. And now it is Glycerius and Florida Man Jawbreaker. And slamming the master of Street Lucha. Oh, this is, oh no, he's taking him to the dance. And taking him down with a bloody waltz. Broken up by Lock-In. Oh, beating the drums of war. Glycerius taking advantage of the distraction. Can he capitalize? One, two, kick out at 2. It's never going to be easy with OTP. Lock-In bringing Anon to the corner. And another kick out by Anon. And now getting the business from Krokvar. And that suplex. Oh, and he is taking him down, going for the pin. Tagging in Anon. And oh, Mess Valley Driver. Oh, and now a Jawbreaker. I'm sure Anon was trying to set up for the bloody end, blocked by Lock-In. Cold shoulder. Oh, broken up by Croc. Always watching out for his partner. Snap suplex. Bringing in the big man, the Lock-in. The best stand-up comedian to come out of the East German Super Soldier program. Oh, just seeing the big man float over like that was impressive. And Lock-in bringing the pain. And a DDT. And on kicks out at 2. And slamming him down. What's the plan? Oh, it's... And again. And going after Lock-in for good measure. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Going both corners and reversal by Glycerius, but reversal by, here it comes. He's been waiting for this again, the bloody end blocked. And Lock-in, getting him with the brick joke.
And your winner, the ICC.
And victory to the International Combat Club. But I promise you, this is just the beginning. Grizzly Adams has promised that he and OTP will stand in the way of the International Combat Club and Nice Ice's goals to try and get another shot at the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. Now, one of the sad facts to come out, well, actually, it looks like before I get there, see, the social media's got a few messages waiting on me. And one of those comes from none other than the Multiversal Ant. Where it reads, this ant has a lot on its battered mind to add to a street criminal punk who is vengeful because their teacher faced comeuppance for the first time in their life. If I was the first, then this hero will make sure he is the last. Well, those words to Nakano Kirishima from the Multiversal Ant. Now, as I was saying, one of the sad facts to come out of Millennium Dragon with every belt changing hands is that all three members of the absolute units held gold. And all of those belts changed hands at the pay-per-view. Well, of course, we heard from TJ Gable earlier this evening. And now it's time to hear from the units as a unit. Let's head over to this pre-recorded message from Mama Wade's house.
We had a good run.
Yeah, longer than the last time.
6 months is still respectable, even if the ending was suspect.
Still, we hit our dream.
We said that we'd get gold, and we did it.
All thanks to our teacher, who pushed us beyond what we thought our limits were.
To Gorm.
To
Gorm.
He also showed us that we still have other limits that we still need to break through.
This was only part 1. There are 2 more that we have to work on before we reach our peak potential.
After that, we'll put Victor's title run to shame.
But right now, the pressure of being at the top is gone. And we deserve a break.
We'll start up training again soon.
But now, we engage in some championship level chillaxing.
So while TJ was a little upset when he came to the ring, understandably so, it sounds like the units have a plan. And we heard they're going to seek out more training and come back stronger than ever. But when somebody loses a belt, that means someone wins a belt. And now let's go hear from one of those winners, one half of your new Multiversal Tag Team Champions, the Hardcore Hound, Alistair Evergreen. Multiverse. I am here to celebrate the Night Watch's first tag title win at last. And of course it was inevitable. We knew we were going to get here. We all knew. Well, we knew. But it seems many of you counted the Night's Watch out. So it makes sense that we'd need to sneak a win in 2 weeks in a row. But that's the road traveled. And now it is time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Now, I know that we do have to defend these belts, and the tag division is so hot. There's so many contenders out there. But for now, I just want to enjoy my just rewards. For all this time, all this that we've gone through to finally have this moment. Well, it looks like somebody wants to have a word with Evergreen. And that someone is the person he took that belt off of. Forrest the Fortress Wade. Now I want to start out, Alistair, saying, I'm not angry. Now, you don't get angry about losses. That's wasted energy. But I do have to admit, I want a rematch for the titles. Because, well, there's a question I got to answer, and that's the way to get my answer. Well, I'm surprised, Forrest. Didn't TJ come out and say you were going to go off and train to see if you can better yourselves after the loss to us at Millennium Dragon? Don't want to get ahead of myself. Well, see, that's the point here, Alistair. I want one more match just to show that your victory weren't a fluke. I want to see, did you really get it? And just to check if it's true that the units really do need to regroup. So call it, well, benchmarking. Ah, I see. So you want to, you hold that it is possible that, it was a one-off, and we didn't really deserve this one. There's a part of me that feels like I should be insulted, but, well, I know you're overall an honorable man, so, why not? Now, that's what I like to hear. Now, I'm not saying it was a fluke. I just want to prove it worked. I want to make sure that this happened rightfully, and if it did, then I am more than happy to head off, put my head down, and get good. That's an interesting way to put it, Forrest, and especially with us getting into your busy time of year. I'm sure everyone is already getting their tax forms, but that's another matter. You always seem to balance it out. So, absolutely, let's have this shot. Well, I thank you, Alistair, for not ducking and weaving and accepting the challenge so we can settle this matter the way it should be, making sure we know where we each stand. Well, of course I would accept. I absolutely look forward to proving to you that this was not a fluke, and that the Night's Watch do indeed deserve to hold the tag titles. And once we've got that taken care of, I can get on to the business at hand. So, yeah, I'll arrange with Jerry to have the match set up, and you can arrange whatever it is you need to arrange with Adonis, and, well, we'll do this. Once we've put this question to rest, we can move on. See you soon, Forrest. Well, I'll say this. Alistair is really confident. And of course, social media, we've got a few messages that have come out as a direct result of that. The first, of course, is coming from Gorm, who is saying, not a bad mindset, lost something, but you don't obsess. That's the way of it. If you obsess, you lose sight of the real point of all of this. Sharpening yourself. You boys really do make me feel like an old, proud chief. Watching the strong youth of the next generation, learning the ways of the warrior the right way. But I'm still here too, and my glory days aren't behind me just yet. Come challenge TPK sometime. We'll give you a good lesson on fighting through the pain. And then we've got a message from Sasquatch Wing saying, if this one is certain cryptid mentioned by Mint, this one have one question. Just Mint or Adonis and Forest too? I have a feeling, Squatch, they're talking about all of them. And I say that only because you got a response from Forrest saying, all of us, if you'll have us. So I'll give them that, like Gorm said. Yeah, they don't get arrogant. They put their heads down and do the work. And that's the way it should be. But folks, we have come to it. We have one last match, and oh, it's a doozy. We haven't done one of these on Warzone in a while. If you watch our sister show, Friday Night Flashbang, you've probably seen a few of these. We are about to have a good old-fashioned showcase match. It's a chance for wrestlers who maybe have been a little on the back burner or want to get in there and show something, a chance to do so. And we'll go over the rules. You know what? I don't want to waste any more time. I can explain things as we go along. So it's time for your main event. Let's do this!
The following is a showcase match and is your main event. Introducing first.
Sam Jax, back in MNW, looking to regain some of his momentum. And he's one of the wrestlers who is on what is becoming a very familiar theme, redemption. Once the leader of the Conquest bloodline, he knows he caused some pain and would like to make up for it. Both he and his former partner Gorm, both on that path. Gorm, well, he's been here longer, getting on there now. Sam Jax would like to do the same, and getting back in the game is the easiest way to do that.
And introducing next. Chaz Lee.
Chaz Lee, the engineer, member of the Murder Cave, although the only other Murder Cave member right now out and active is Grizzly Adams, and he's busy working with OTP. I guess he's looking again to prove that he deserves opportunities. And I suppose prove he doesn't need the backup of the murder cave to be effective.
Introducing next, the Professional.
Someone we haven't seen a lot of recently. The last time he saw him, he was defeating Adrian Driscoll in a steel cage. It's the Professional. Locker room leader, one of the most storied wrestlers in MNW history. He's won it all. In fact, at this stage, I think the only belt we have had on Warzone that he hasn't won is the Underworld Championship, currently held by Sasquatch Wing, and that tells me at some point he's probably going to take a look at it. But for now, since he's been off for a bit in a showcase match to remind everyone who he is.
Introducing next, West Wind.
West Wind has had a rough time of late. He was supposed to be the challenger for the TTV Championship at Millennium Dragon and was convinced to surrender that opportunity to Adrian Driscoll, and since then has been having, shall we call it, a crisis of faith. And so getting into a showcase match, coming in here, trying to prove what he can do, might be the easiest way to get on that redemptive path.
Introducing next, Eustace J. Paragon.
Folks, here he is, the leader of Hero Time, Eustace J. Paragon. Right now, this match hosts not one, not two, but three former Multiversal Heavyweight Champions. And, Eustace Paragon was instrumental in that War Games match. He hasn't done singles competition for a while.
Introducing next, Strongman Bell.
Strongman Bell representing Los Villanos Ingobernables. Yes, his leader, El Albatros, is now the Multiversal Heavyweight Champion, and that leaves the scion of the Bell Dynasty looking to get his own momentum going again. It's been an interesting time for Los Villanos.
Introducing the next opponent, the Latino B, Bambo.
He fly, he be, he sting. Viva la raza! It's Buck Bumble. Always a very popular figure here in MNW, but we haven't seen him for a little bit. And like the rest of this match, he is looking to get back on the radar and get back on the win team. And he is looking to kick off the Viva la Revolution!
And introducing the next opponent, Louis McDonald.
Did I say 3 multiversal heavyweight champions? How about 4? Louis McDonald. We haven't seen Louis McDonald in damn near a year. He has been taking some time off. But he is looking to make a comeback, and he is doing it tonight in a showcase match. We've been talking about a bunch of wrestlers coming in looking for redemption. Well, if there is a redemption story in MNW history, it's Louis. And we're off. Now, for those of you who maybe are not familiar with a showcase match, the rules are simple. It is an 8-man elimination match. No disqualification, falls count anywhere. Doesn't matter where you are in or around the ring, if you are pinned or submitted, you are eliminated, and it keeps going until one wrestler remains. And this is a match where the math can change. It starts with 8. You got to keep your head on a swivel, but it's a lot of one-on-one matchups. But when it gets to when it's odd numbers, great, because suddenly you are getting double teams. As you can see, these matches get chaotic. Especially when you're trying to track 8 different wrestlers. The Professional's got a guitar. I didn't even know he was musical. And got knocked from his hands, although he is... Oh, meanwhile, Chaz Lee going for a pin. Trying to eliminate Louis McDonald quickly. And, oh, being slammed down and getting hit by the pile bunker.
Buck Bumble has been eliminated.
And with that, Chaz Lee eliminates our first wrestler, and the math goes from 8 to 7. And Louis looks, oh, Louis grabbing a table. Now going after the Professional. And now going after Chaz Lee. Oh! And hooking up with the Professionals. Louis is fighting a 2-front war against 2 great wrestlers. While Strongman Bell is hoisting up Sam Jax. And now going up top. Oh, what is coming? Strongman hits La Estrella.
Sam Jax has been eliminated. Louis McDonald has been eliminated.
And just like that, rapid succession eliminations. Tope Suicida on Chaz Lee. We are now to 5. The Professional's looking for something. And I guess decides he'll find it in the ring in the form of that chair that he took after Chaz.
Strongman Bell has been eliminated.
And now we're down to 4. Four wrestlers left. 3 of them were multiversal heavyweight champions. And then there's Westwind. And we should not forget that Paragon and Chaz were both members of High Voltage at one point. And Paragon took the betrayal of Chaz Lee particularly hard. Meanwhile, Chaz in the ring with Westwind, the professional, dealing with Paragon. Westwind throwing the professional to the corner while still facing the engineer. Oh! And now Chaz facing the professional. Paragon going for that pin again. They have history. Kick out.
The professional has been eliminated.
Westwind managing to eliminate the professional. Only to...
Westwind has been eliminated.
And now he's been eliminated by Paragon. And so the old rivalry, Paragon versus Chaz Lee, revisited as they are the last two standing. Chaz immediately going after Eustace. Coming at him. Oh, he's striking him with that shovel. Is that going to be enough?
And your winner, Chaz Lee.
And there you have it. At the end of this showcase match, Chaz Lee stands victorious, which could just be a launch off to who knows what. And folks, if you didn't know, for a regular Warzone, that was the first main event of the year. And it was won by the engineer, Chaz Lee. And we are now putting the first Warzone of 2026 in the books. And as you saw from everything going on, it's already shaping up to be a hell of a year. And it looks like we got one social media post that came in the middle of that match from Gorm to Samjax, saying, I know you have it in it to win, Samjax, the man I once called boss isn't weak. Show MNW why the bloodline was feared. It didn't quite come to pass tonight, but it's a new year with new possibilities. But for now, we are out of time. Tune in next week, and until then, I've been your host, Jerry Aldini. Good night.